One of the good things about having a small channel is the lack of responsibility. I don't have to talk about mass shootings or Supreme Court decisions. If I want, I can explore smaller issues that others might not even consider poking into. Today's small issue is this burning question. Does Kyle Kulinski know what a joke is? This is Kyle. I should not pick on Kyle. He's a popular guy, and popular YouTubers always have fans that are easy to offend. I don't like Kyle, though. Supposedly, he's an objective voice of reason, and I don't find that to be true all of the time. Half the time, maybe, but that's not too impressive. Add to that the fact that I find him just generally obnoxious.
Oh! 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 Oh my God! The horror! Oh!
So, a while back, the White House Correspondents' Dinner hosted the infamous Michelle Wolf performance. And Kyle, being Kyle, stuck up for the hyena-voiced whoopee cushion.
Disgusting! What she did was disgusting, making jokes at powerful people's expense. It's comedy! Oh my God, I can't stand the comedy police. They're so fucking bad. They're so goddamn annoying. There's comedy police everywhere, and it's just so... Get over yourself! Get over yourself! Yeah, so, I actually think the writing there was superb. Like, that was pretty hard-hitting material. Definitely edgy. Her delivery, not so much. I'm not really a fan of her delivery, but I do think the writing was amazing.
So, he thinks people should not have been offended, and that the writing was amazing.
People want me to make fun of Sean Hannity tonight, but I cannot do that. This dinner's for journalists. Democrats are harder to make fun of because you guys don't do anything. You guys are obsessed with Trump. Did you used to date him? Because you pretend like you hate him, but I think you love him.
It looked to me more like Michelle Wolf was just flailing around in search of a punchline, while shitting on people that Kyle doesn't like. I wondered at that time just how long I would have to wait to hear Kyle play the role of comedy police.
Oh my God, I can't stand the comedy police. They're so fucking bad. They're so goddamn annoying.
Well, as it turns out, another female comedian got into hot water for some ill-advised humor. The result was not quite the same. Roseanne's hit show got the axe. Michelle Wolf got a new series on Netflix. Holy shit! It just occurred to me. If you close your eyes, can you tell these two women apart?
I just went on vacation by myself, which was super fun.
I never get out of the house. I stay home all the time. I never do anything fun.
I got fired from my last job.
I lay there on that couch eating those bonbons, watching those soap operas.
You know when someone breaks up with you and they gain weight and that makes you really happy?
I live in the suburbs. I got a real nice 2-car garage with a house attached.
Back on point now. Let's see what Kyle has to say about the Roseanne debacle.
If I was the head of ABC, I don't think I would have fired her.
Heavenly light, angel chorus!
I don't think I would have fired her.
Wow. Pretty cool. That must be the marvelous Kulinski objectivity I've heard so much about. Now, what wouldn't he have fired her for? Well, for the tweet, of course. Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby equals Valerie Jarrett. See, that's a joke. Do you suppose Kyle will see the humor in that joke? I kind of doubt it.
Historically, when you compare, an African-American to an ape, that's part of a massive dehumanization effort. Why can't you just make the argument I made? I mean, you can say, okay, this is bigoted. Okay, she's a lunatic. Okay, she's out there. But at the same time, she shouldn't be fired.
Yeah. Or you could make the argument that it was a joke. Now, it may have been tasteless, but it was a joke.
Oh my God, I can't stand the comedy police. They're so fucking bad. They're so goddamn annoying.
And if people can't be offended by Michelle Wolf's jokes, then why can they be offended by this one?
Like, it turns out Roseanne is a lunatic, and it turns out she's somewhat openly racist.
Oh, is that it? Was the joke racist? Is that the line that can't be crossed? Well, I suppose that's reasonable because, after all, Kyle would never say anything racist.
Come out and say it. Instead of having Herman Cain go out there and go, "Shuck it, duck it now, massa. You want me to do a jig for you? I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig."
Holy shit. I guess racism is okay when you're talking about a Republican.
Instead of having Herman Cain go out there and go, "Shuck it, duck it now, massa. You want me to do a jig for you? I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig."
Shucky ducky now, massa. You want me to do a jig for you? I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig. Now, just in case Kyle's performance is a little too subtle for you, Kyle is calling Herman Cain
a house nigga.
But damn, that Roseanne tweet sure was openly bigoted, huh? Roseanne has done things even worse than that, though.
I mean, there was a tweet I saw the other day. It was from Roseanne. I'm not sure if it was back in like 2013 or 2015 or something like that. But basically what happened was after UC Davis decided to support BDS, decided that they were in favor of divesting from Israel, she basically said every Jew should get off the campus at UC Davis and then we should nuke it. So in other words, just casually calling for the slaughter, the genocide of people who are mildly critical of Israel. That's fucking wild, man. That's wild. Now, she's joking. Is that really a joke? Joking about fucking a nuclear holocaust at a school?
Yes, Kyle, that's a joke. Unless you really want to try to convince us that Roseanne genuinely called for a nuclear strike on a school.
Like, okay, people are going to be pissed at Roseanne and oh my God, look what she said. She's been saying crazy shit for fucking years.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the worst of what she said. She said so much shit that's fucked up. She believes in chemtrails and shit. She believes in every conspiracy theory. She thinks Donald Trump has been breaking up pedophile rings. She openly called for nuking a fucking college campus.
Oh my God. If you want to get around your own comedy rule, I guess it is convenient to say that it's not a joke.
I'm dense. I'm probably somewhere on the spectrum, so that's why sometimes I don't get obvious jokes.
I guess I'd say he doesn't have a sense of humor.
Now, what if Donald Trump told a joke? What if Donald Trump let loose a quick one-liner about Kim Jong-un?
Are we close to seeing Mr. Kim here at the White House?
Could happen. I mean,
they talked about that yesterday.
I would have him. Yeah, I think it's something that could happen. Yeah. Hey, he's the head of a country, and I mean, he is the strong head. Mm-hmm. Don't let anyone think anything different. Right. He speaks, and his people sit up at attention. I want my people to do the same.
What? Listen, a lot was made out of this comment, and I think it's all deserved.
Oh, it's just for grins. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
This isn't an example of like, oh, the left putting their spin on it to get outraged by anything and everything Trump says or does.
Do you even know what a joke is?
No, nobody made him say that. He said that, and that sentiment is deeply, deeply, deeply authoritarian.
It's a fucking joke, Kyle.
Perhaps the joke was not funny.
He went on about this for over 6 minutes, telling us how authoritarian and power-hungry Trump is. Now, on its own, Trump's joke wouldn't have even been worth a smile, but this kind of response makes it hilarious.
No, that sentiment he expressed there is as political as it gets. So you know what he respects? He respects power.
My hair is on fire! 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 My hair is on fire!
Trump looks at that and goes, oh, yes. He doesn't look at it and say, immoral, unethical, wrong, stupid system to have, stupid way to run a country. He looks at it and he's like, oh, he consolidated power. He's a strong leader. You know, people sit up at attention when he talks. I want that with my people, too. He's a complete and utter dictator, and if they don't sit up at attention, they get dragged off to a concentration camp.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Oh my God.
woo! Shuck it ducking now. I can do a jig for you. I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig. I can do a jig for you. I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig.
Bitch, what?
Shuck it ducking now. Go. Woo! Woo! Go. Woo! Woo! Go. Woo! Woo! Dance a jig for me and call me Massa. Shuck it ducking now. I can do a jig for you. I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig. I can do a jig for you. I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig. Shuck it ducking now. I can do a jig for you. I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig. Here's my jig. I can do a jig for you. I can do a jig for you. Here's my jig.